and welcome to my review of week number 5. So this week we were focusing on cooking with care. And this was by no means the most difficult week, but it definitely was a lesson in patience. Cooking with care takes a lot more thought, pre-planning definitely, and it takes longer, of course. I can totally understand why a lot of people out there like to cook with higher temperatures. It's so much faster. An example, I was making beans with my grandfather. They were pea beans, but we were doing them in an old family recipe he had. And first, for beans in general, you soak them overnight. So it's about 12 hours. Just throw them in the fridge, keep the water cold. Then you drain the beans, and then you add more water. And for ours, because it was baked beans, we cooked them for 30 minutes on the stove, and then all the froth and bubbles come up, and you dump that water, and then you add them to the baking pan, and then you bake them for another 7 hours, because we kept our temperature at 250 degrees. Through my research, I think that they said the best low temperature cooking is around 225 degrees Fahrenheit. And it takes a long time. For that one, I think it's for every 4 ounces, it's about 15 minutes worth of cooking. So it does take a lot longer. So that was a long day, especially since we did it in the oven and not a slow cooker. So you can't go out when you have the stove on. So you just kind of sat around waiting for this meal to be ready. But they tasted delicious. My husband ate almost an entire pot of it to himself. So I totally recommend the recipe. But other than that, again, poaching. Poaching is with just a little bit of water, and you throw in your meats. It's better for delicate food, so meats like chicken or fish, and then your vegetables, of course eggs, if you want to have eggs Benedict. That's great with poaching. Steaming vegetables, super easy, and by far the fastest healthy cooking method, other than eating your vegetables raw. All you need is a steamer basket or a little colander, and just plop that into your pan. Make sure the water is just beneath it and let it boil, and then once it's boiling, then you add your vegetables to it. Put a lid on top of it. Make sure the lid has a little bit of excess room though, so some steam can escape. And then 4 minutes later, voila, your food is ready. So that was the most simple way that was suggested. Again, an update on how I'm feeling. Things pretty much the same as last week. I haven't noticed a big difference between the 2 weeks, just because I don't think I'm doing too much differently than how I was doing it before. Again, high energy. I think actually it's helping me fight off illness a bit, because I felt this week like I was coming down with something. Like my ears were sore, my throat was sore in here, and I didn't feel that great. And usually when I get sick, I get really sick. But it kind of comes in waves. I get sick, and then it goes away, and then I get sick again, then it goes away, and then I get really sick, and then it's gone. But this time I kind of started to feel it, and I made myself some juices, with my juicer, for immune system boosting, and took my vitamins and ate healthy, and the next morning I woke up and I didn't feel anything, and I haven't felt anything since. So that's a really, really positive sign. And there's a book I would recommend that was loaned to me from my friend Colleen, and she, actually, one second, I have it right here. I just bought myself a copy because I have to return hers, but it's called Juicing for Life, and they're prescription juices. They have different juices for different ailments like depression and anxiety, but they also have pre-surgery, so to give your body the vitamins it's going to need before surgery, and arthritis, migraines, things like that. It's amazing. So I would definitely recommend getting Juicing for Life by Sherry Calbum and trying them out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you next week.